Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Can you believe it? The first trade brawl stream that I have done. Pulse Wars launched on PulseChain. Let's see, the mint on PulseChain launched the original game last March. So, uh, we've been working our asses off for well over a year on this game, and hard to believe that season one is coming to a close. Hello, good God, how's it going? Good to see you here. Pretty exciting day. The 414 carry on today was kind of crazy. I think you missed some of that action this morning. There's still plenty going on. See people talking about yellow pepes. Yellow fucking pepes. So I had a fucking dream. I had a dream. I built this game to be one of the biggest things on PulseChain, and it was sadly not quite that. The market sentiment, since we launched the game, kind of got worse and worse and worse. But we sold. What's the right terminology? We had almost 1,000 entrants into the game, into Pulse Wars Season 1. Almost 1,000 players. We have been battling. We've been having our elimination rounds, our elimination trading rounds for 7 months. And we have whittled down from that 1,000 players all the way down to only 4 left at the minute. 4 NFTs are going to share the last 240 PLS in the prize pool. One of the players actually owned 3 of the last 4. He won 90 million pulse a couple of days ago. And he's in line for winning. Let's see, what's he going to win this round? He's going to win 60. Yeah, 60 if he 60, 120 actually this round, and then another 120 for the final. So kind of crazy. It's just funny watching the comments. Good God, bro, how the fuck I play this? I'm gonna win. Straight, not if I'm around. There's been so many the chat over the last year. Many people coming in saying they're gonna win this fucking thing. And I'll tell you, the loud talkers got smacked the fuck down. I was one of them. I absolutely sucked. I had over 20 players in the game myself, and you could rebuy in. And I think I had all 20 were eliminated in the first, I don't know, probably the first 4 of 9 rounds, and I had to start rebuying in. Now, the good thing about that is you pay more to rebuy in, and it adds more to the prize pool. But it was me. I'm not a very good trader. I didn't do too bad today on the 414. I was okay. See, there's what's better? What to take fucking profit and get a guaranteed 2-3x, or hold the bags and watch something run up another 4 or 5x? What's the best play there? Have you got to be if you get a profit and you watch something run on without you? Are you supposed to be happy? Are you supposed to be sad? uh, so to be honest, any profit for me is a win. And if something decides to take off after I've sold, so be it. It just wasn't meant to be. I like your opinions in that. I think Rich Landon might take the cup. Absolutely, Rich Landon is the man. He is the man. It's funny. Okay, so we were playing through 10 rounds of gameplay. It came to a point a couple of rounds ago where we were down to like 32 players, and it cost 5 million pulse. Originally, it was 1 million pulse to enter, but a few rounds ago, it cost 5 million pulse to rebuy in each entry. And Rich, I think, actually went and spent 40 million pulse rebuying in and minting new players. He bought another 8 in, 5 million each, and he yeah, got 8 new players into the game, and out of those 8, he put in 40 million pulse, and I think he's winning something like maybe I shouldn't be telling people what one guy's winning, but anyway, he already got 90, and like I say, I think he's in line for another 180 million here over the next couple of months or next 2 weeks. In fact, the last round gets launched tomorrow. There are 4 players. Rich is 3 of them, so the player that he's up against holds a portfolio that can only stay in Ave. Hard to believe that a portfolio holding just Ave has made it to the final. You know, you think you got all these people rebuying in, trading their coins, boosting, doing all sorts of things to try and take the trophy. And a NFT holding Ave from start to finish is actually one of the best performers in the game. I mean, fucking says it all. Another thing, it's kind of funny. I haven't actually done a Pulse Wars, Trade Brawl, Pulse Chain stream like this in 4 months. It's been 4 months since I've been on talking, and the market hasn't really changed that much. All this fucking bullishness everywhere. SEC victories, Ricky Hart coming back, putting out videos, Pulse Chain. You know, there's a lot of stuff popping off on Pulse Chain. Bitcoin fucking flying, but the price of PLS, PLSX, Hex, everything is still so fucking low. Now, many of the things that have occurred, you know, the biggest hurdle for Pulse Wars, the biggest hurdle for Pulse Wars was the price performance of PLS. Uh, Hard to believe that we had in the first week or two of launching this game, we had over $100,000 in the prize pool back last April time, and the we were thinking that would be, you know, $100,000 then. The momentum would have continued, price would have went up, and we would have had a crazy amount in the prize pool. But the complete fucking opposite happened. That prize pool of 100K whittled all the way down to something like 30K overall. So that's one of the things that we're taking into new seasons of Trade Brawl. Now, part of the reason behind the rebrand from Pulse Wars to Trade Brawl was I do plan this infrastructure for this game has cost a lot of money. It's been battle tested now. We know it works. I actually know how to run a lot of the smart contracts. I know how to, tweak things, launch new games, and be able to play around with it and give the people who own NFTs and the people who participate, hopefully a really good experience playing the game and have a lot of fun doing it. Whereas before I wasn't able to do that. But a big thing is that future prize pools will be utilized to buy other coins rather than just sitting in Pulse. So we'll put a lot of thought into this. We're actually going to go crazy. We had this whole, in fact, I wonder if I'm going to show it quickly. I had this whole this whole game planned for the OG Web Chef ecosystem. But as you've seen, I'm part of the chat in the House of Warlords today, was that motherfucker keeps everybody on their toes. We've seen world's greatest ETH printer tank 65% yesterday. Maybe it's pulled back a little bit, but actually seen fucking Remember V2, one of the best performing coins on Pulse Chain lately, number one in volume and everything the last few days, get absolutely smacked down. What? Just have a quick nosy at if I click into Pulse Chain, I wonder what it's actually been doing this last. Still number one there for volume, up 4% on the daily. But yeah, so I had this whole plan to buy printer tokens with the prize pool, but it was just far too risky. The idea was great, but it was just far too risky. Let's see what the guys are saying. So Trade Brawl is X Wars, or is that a separate thing? Sorry, the calm before the storm. I agree, man. This obviously is the calm before the storm, especially on Pulse Chain. X Wars. Okay, so what we've done with Trade Brawl, like I was saying there. Sorry, Pulse Wars did not really explain what the game is. We had it with like Pulse Wars, epic NFT battle, fight for the survival of Pulse Chain, all this kind of carry on. I had a real hard time explaining what Pulse Wars was. I would get on stream with people and literally take 20 minutes to explain all the different types of NFTs and all this and that. But the reality is, all it is a trading game. You buy an entry ticket, you get a portfolio, and you manage that portfolio. And the better the better the price performance of your portfolio, the higher you stay in the league, and potentially the more money you can win. It really is that fucking simple. We had all this other stuff that was making it really complicated. So Trade Brawl, as I say, this infrastructure that we've got now for a game, we can have thousands of players playing at once. We can have a few players playing at once. We have we can make many different variations of the game. We can raise funds on different chains and bring people into Pulse Chain. We can launch games on other chains. All this stuff can be done in the future. And to do all that under the banner of Pulse Wars was just not going to work. So Trade Brawl for me is a much closer thing to what we actually are, and it means that I can offer continuous games. I can focus them in on different ecosystems. I can go to different chains. So this Trade Brawl banner will be launching many different types of trading games underneath it. And X Wars, that type of bringing Titan X into it, will be one of them. So loads of things to come. But yeah, it's been a pretty fucking crazy time. What have we got here? Blame Jesus, Escobar, turning off the R bots off. Yeah. I love it's been great to see what has happened. OG Web Chef. Shout out to Sray, giving me a good shout on Remember V1. Feels like fucking well back in the day. uh, yeah, but I was getting to play around in that ecosystem before it was even it was actually doing really well even long before that. But when the hype started really happening, I was lucky to be kicking about at that time. But like, yeah, the volatility and just the constant chopping and changing of where the rewards are going, it's just not for me. Not for me as an investor. As a DJ, an investor, whatever. That constantly having to look at what's happening, chop, change, sell the whole bag, move somewhere else. Too much fucking head trouble for me. Tell me about it. Going on 4 months of solid printing on Remember V1. Um, okay, so look, what is happening? What is happening at the minute? Um, Trade Brawl. This is the first time that I've actually come on to speak about it, and what we're actually going to do next. What we're going to do next. The plan is to launch a few much smaller games. I had this grand plan of getting 10,000 people playing the first game. We managed to get 1,000, but forget about the prize pool and the price action. The game lasted far too long. There was far too much time in between rounds. So we've had 9 rounds. The first few rounds were like 4 weeks long, and then there was a couple were 3 weeks long, and then a few were 2 weeks long, and now the final couple of rounds are only a week long. But because there's limited trades that you can do in this game, to keep it nice and simple, the amount of trading per player is limited per round. So there was a lot of time, whenever a round started, there was a lot of periods where there was nothing to do. So we're going to eliminate that. And what we're going to do next is run short weekly games. Weekly games capped at 100 players per week. So you come along to pulsewars.io. Sorry, PulseWars, tradebrawl.com. Need to get used to that. You come along to tradebrawl.com and buy your entry ticket. The first 100 tickets that are bought will go into the first brawl. and that will start as soon as the first 100 have been purchased. It will probably start a day later. Everybody will get, it will play exactly the same. You will get your player, and you will be able to pick your portfolio from our in-game coins. You will get a fake $10,000 to trade all your favorite Pulse Chain coins and a whole stack of kind of legacy coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana. They're all in the game, and you can manage this portfolio over the week. And if your portfolio ends the week at a higher value of everybody else, then you will win the biggest prize. Now, 100 players, 1 million, 1 million pulse each, and we will be taking for this first game, as every player gets bought, as every million pulse comes in, we will take half of that and buy PTGC for the prize pool. So the first game will be competing for PTGC, a nice little bag of PTGC and pulse. So to go and to get involved in the first game, go to tradebrawl.com and buy your entry ticket. Let me see. Let me just share the screen here so we can have a quick look at how that's done. Share screen window. Boop. All right, Trade Brawl Crypto Fantasy League weekly player versus player trading battles. Every trade brings you closer to glory. That might be a good time to play a little video.
Trade Brawl presents Pulse Wars Season 2. The Grays versus OG Web Chef. Crypto's best fantasy league trading game. Only on PulseChain. Join Season 2 now at t.me/joint raid brawl.
So in here, come to, it still says pulsewars.io. We'll be changing that in the next few days. Tradebrawl.com will bring you through to the old DApp anyway, to redirect you through here. Enter the leagues, and you just mint your entry. That's it. Mint your entry. We're changing, again, this is another thing that we're changing. We are doing away with all the mentions of NFTs. So this wording will get changed. We've edited the white paper already. I'll have a quick nosy at the white paper. There's no real mentions of NFTs in the white paper anymore. It does say NFT enthusiasts. Brings together traders, NFT enthusiasts, investors, and DJs. In this easy-to-play game, players compete against each other by managing their in-game portfolios. The ultimate goal is to make good trades and claim a share of the prize pools. The value of each player's portfolio will fluctuate in accordance with real market prices, relying on players' instincts and skill to maximize their opportunities to claim victory. Buy your entry ticket, select your in-game investment portfolio, manage your portfolio, and progress to win. Okay, see Google and PTGC already won. I see the King logo up in there. Okay, so what I am doing as well, I'm focusing on ecosystems and things that I know. So I do have plans to use prize pools some weeks to buy up things like King, what else? X, Iran Directive, different coins like that, and put them into prize pools. But the first one will be PTGC. Everybody will competing for a nice bag of PTGC. We're going. There's a couple of people have already bought entries. So any of you motherfuckers watching now, you should be going and loading up. My opinion is, okay, there's going to be 100 players in the first game. I think anyone wise enough should be buying 3 players, 3 million pulse, $100 to get in. The winner will be guaranteed a 50x. You've only got to beat 100 people to get a 50x. And trust me, there will probably be 15 to 20 contenders that are really get off to a good start in the first day or two. So if you join in, mint a few or buy a few entry tickets, the ban one is a tough ride. 1 in 100 chance, and you have to have a bit of skill. 3, and that, you know, like any sort of, it massively increases your chances. Well, it reduces, you know, 1 in 30 chance of winning as opposed to 1 in 100. But I lost 3 million. I lost 3 million pulse today. Could have used it on this instead. So yeah, okay, 100 players. The winner will get like 50 million pulse worth of PTTC back. The next place down will win like 20 million, and then we'll have the third place will be like 30 million's worth, and then there'll be a few smaller prizes just to count people to actually win their entry fees back. And hopefully then if they win their entry fees back, they can compete again in the following round, because this is just going to continually roll. As soon as 100 sale, we will start the game, and the mint will continue on for the next game that we'll play hopefully the week after that. I made 30 million pulse, lost 3 million, could have been worse. That's not a bad day's work. You should be buying 10 of these entry tickets, motherfucker. TradeBrawl.com. Let's get this thing off to a good start. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna have to actually buy some new entries as well, because there will be use case for the NFTs and the entry tickets from season 1. There will be use case for them, but to get into any of these new games, you need to actually buy new entry tickets. We got to keep topping up those prize pools, you know. I'll mint some for sure. All right, sweet man, sweet. Hopefully I'll get a little bit of here. It would be quite fun to cover a lot of this. Any founders in Trade Brawl? When you say founders, what do you mean? It would be quite fun to get the likes of this, maybe have some people that know each other being able to compete against each other. I'll be covering this probably 2 to 3 times a week. Now I'm going to pop on just regularly, chat shit about what's going on with the game, what the updates are, and then just, again, all the things that's happening in PulseChain, like what's going on in the House of Warlords, anything else that I see going on around founders, NFTs. Yes. And this is another thing, Shrey. It's well mentioned that founder NFTs. There will be, okay, so there's still founders mixed in there. There's still the original contracts still stand. The game will play exactly the same as the original. If you buy your entry NFT stroke ticket, you will get one of the random classes. There are still over 100 founders, or about 100 founders, not still in there up for grabs. They will come out. The mint and the way it works was always front loaded. So within the next 1,000 mints, those 100 NFT, those 100 founders will be mixed in there. And look, I think you've got the gist that I'm going to see this fucking thing. I'm going to be building this fucking thing until it is a fucking huge success. The founders, once we run through some of these games, we continue to mint, the founders will be able to enter in future games. You know, what will happen down the line is that this will change from an entry ticket to come along, connect your wallet, and use the ones you already have. And this will have like maybe 5 or 6 different games you can enter at any given time. And those founders will always have that added value of more trades, both lists, having the boost function, all that kind of stuff. So they'll definitely always carry their value into the future. Let's see. If anybody hasn't seen the DApp before, I can't even bring up the trade screens because there's no game in motion at the minute. There's no round in motion. But these are all the NFTs that I had in the first season. All get fucking tanked. I think I did get a few payouts. I think the most I won was about 7.5 million pulse for one of the rounds. Look at that! Like eliminated all these eliminated NFTs. Fucking brutal. Okay, so look, nice and simple. Trade Brawl. Pulse Wars has been rebranded Trade Brawl. I did play on the Titan X stream last night, a little clip for what we've got coming up for the Titan X ecosystem, but worth actually looking quickly. The first few games that we're going to play. Current schedule. Up next, okay, game 1, PTGC PLS prize pool. We're going to have PDI, Solid X, Hex, and then Titan X on Pulse Chain. So all those are going to be the first 5 games, unless, and this is what I've always reached out to founders of coins, the likes of people like Goo God, other people that do have coins. Let's see, you see here, did it have the King logo in? Because they do have plans to include it at some stage for sure. This is another little project that I've been working on. That dropped a little bit of alpha on that yesterday. Look at that little fucking logo there. What else have we got here? ORD, Iran, they're active in there as well. And a lot of the older coins are still on here as well. Probably won't add many of these beast and Finvesta coins in. Like I said, just far too fucking risky. Far too risky. But yeah, it would be nice to get a bit of, like, maybe a handful of people. There's in the House of Warlords playing the game together. There's going to be 100. There's going to be somebody's going to be winning. Probably 3 or 4 grand, 3 or 4 grand a week. Yeah, somebody's going to be winning maybe 3 grand top prize every week. So it'd be nice little a nice little earner for somebody, especially if it was a group of people playing from the House of Warlords every week. It'd be a nice little thing for everybody. And again, it's a small bet on a nice big return, and as I say, it's all designed to be a bit of crack and a bit of fun as well. So put peak on their cheat code. Peak, I fucking, I fucking top blasted it. Let's see. BP die. Yep. Where did that go? Oh, it's a different screen. Let me remove this. Yi is going to melt faces. Stop screen. Present. Oh, the fuck. What is going on there? Holy shit. So sorry, that's a 1 minute chart, no wonder. Oof. That's a big fucking brutal candle there today. Oh, it doesn't know where to go. Look at that. Remember. Which way is that going? Put in peak. My first buy was at the fucking top. Peak. I don't know. I missed out on Ye. I just bounced into the chat a few days ago again, but I missed out on Ye completely. Hopefully, this thing can actually start ripping. We'll see. Actually, it's paying 5%. Remember V2, 5%. Yeah, hope you do well with that. As I say, I'm out. I sold the tops. Oh, nice. No sleeping in the casino, and absolutely seeing a comment back there. Or is it? More importantly, no crying in the casino. See these motherfucking crybabies everywhere. It's brutal. Couple of those Pulse Chain DGen chats. People have been getting annihilated chasing the OG ecosystem. Seen a lot of crying, especially you go into the OG chat, OG Web Chef chat, and there was a lot of people feeling a lot of pain in there today. Poor critters. Anyway, right, that's it for tonight. I am going to be popping on here a lot more regularly, updates and what's going on, just things that PTGC down 10% in the day. I'm looking forward to, if it takes maybe a week or two to get all the entries in, hopefully we can get a nice bit of a pump. Let's see, keep compounding, and they get it. They get in late. It's unfortunate. Yeah, absolutely do. What else were we looking at? This was a bit of a crazy ride today, launched by the Cabal King. The Cabal King, who I think he's responsible for Vox as well. But this did really well today. Where's that going to go to from here? On down. Vox Finance was crazy for a couple of days. I actually deleted it out of my watch list a couple of days ago because it went from $5 all the way down to 3 cents. $5 all the way down to 3 cents, and now he's launched this today. Yeah, don't know where that one's going to go. That was a fun one. ROI 70% on reflections already. Yeah. What do you think? We're just going to go overnight. It's going to continue this downtrend or start popping back up. You know, are people fucking getting fed up with this shit, taking their ROIs and running like fuck? Let's see. 414 and Cammy Peter Reflections, one to watch. Oh, is that Alpha on stream? Fucking hell. Do your own research, folks. Nothing I say is financial advice. I just like to have a look around at what's going on the chain as well. Just like we always did in the good old days, streaming PulseChain through the bear market. I actually deleted a lot of the OG coins off the watch list today. Cammy, want me to look at that? Cammy, 21k market cap. Oh, only 21 hours old. Fucking hell. How is nobody talking about this one today? I didn't see this mentioned at all today. But anyway, where is Titan X? I was streaming about Titan X last night. Yeah. Where is it? It's waiting. You just gotta hope that everything gets its time to shine. You hope everything gets its time to shine. I'm gonna work my ass off for this game, for this ecosystem, and I'll continue to do what I'm doing for Titan X. Fucking die on the hill. We need a Titan X printer, Ali Kane, one for Accelerate. Yeah, I was showing you there about we have a project that's kind of already built. Not by fucking Decentra, by the way, just in case anybody's wondering. But yeah, we've got a project already built. And I don't think I'll build too much more after that. You know, it's never say never. But what I've come to realize as well over the last few months is it's very, like, and you'd have seen, it's very easy to get spread too thin. Helping people launch projects. I always felt that my value for helping people launch projects was to help them hype it up, hype it up, talk about it, get involved in it. But you can only do that for a certain number of projects. So what I'm really trying to do is focus on. I fucking love this game that I built. Trade Brawl. I fucking love it. So most of my time, effort, and energy is going to go into that. That gives me time to look at my own investments, play around, DJing a bit, and just continue to work on the game that I've built. Rather than there's a lot of people already building a lot of these printer tokens, tax tokens, and it certainly isn't something that I want to start doing. But yeah. Anyway. Okay. So, Pulse Wars rebranded to Trade Brawl. We are going to have a series of much smaller games, just getting more people involved, keeping the action within the game much quicker, more engaging, quicker payouts for everybody that's playing, and nice turnaround times on everything. That was one of the main things. And then the plan will be to just build on that. We can have games where we've got 100 people in. We can then have games where we're aiming to have maybe 200-300 people in, 500,000, and build on that much more. And all this time, what we're going to start doing as well, this is very important. We've seen just with tax tokens and things, pulling a little bit off for their liquidity pools and all that kind of stuff. There will be every entry, there will be a small percentage will be getting put away that we can utilize in the future. We'll make some investments with it. We'll be able to use those funds to fund games for NFT holders and people that do stick around and play. So there's loads of plans in the pipeline. I've just gotta keep on working, promoting, and making sure it's fun for the people that are playing. So thanks everybody who tuned in tonight. I'm going to do a lot more short streams like this, just keeping up to date with what's in the prize pool, how many people will have entered. So yeah, anybody that's tuned in tonight, there's 25 people watching on my channel here at the minute, Ali Kane channel. 25 people. Go to tradebrawl.com and buy your entry ticket. Only 1 million pulse to get entered in for the next game. As soon as we hit 100 players in, the battle will commence. And as well, all this stuff is tweakable, changeable. We can add if you're in and you want to give feedback on what you like to see in the game, what you like to do, how you like me to cover it, all that kind of stuff. Just come into the Telegram, t.me/join trade brawl, and in there we can chat and work together to make this thing the fucking best bit of crack on PulseChain. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow night. I'm going to get back in. Maybe this is my new routine. Up in the morning, do all my Pulse Wars Trade Brawl stuff. Check if there's a new coin dropped in the House of Warlords. If there is, buy it. If not, just go on about my normal day's work. So everybody, this is definitely not financial advice from me, but go to tradebrawl.com and get an empty ticket and help me get this thing fucking pumping. Have a good evening or day everybody, wherever you are in the world. And thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Season 1 of Pulse Wars started with 1,000 players, and now only 21 remain. The champion will be crowned in a few weeks. Season 2 is coming soon. Get ready for bigger battles, more rewards, and fierce competition. Are you in?